everyone. I'd like to call the regular board meeting to order on June 2nd, 2026 at 6 p.m. Roll call, please.
Trustee Abbott?
Here.
Trustee Frost?
Present.
Trustee Garcia?
Here.
Trustee Gupta is absent. Trustee Malone?
Here.
Trustee Maniscalco?
Here.
President Skillman?
Here, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay. We're excited tonight to have the Dundee Crown Fox Valley Conference Champions of 2026, our track team, correct? Right? Am I right here?
That's awesome.
Championship ended in Huntley's longstanding. Oh, I love that. Thank you, guys. Yeah, because I'm done with Huntley. So, football too, especially. All right. The team demonstrated impressive depth across the multiple events, not just a few standout athletes. I'm going to invite the Coach D'Angelo, please come on up. And if you want to, yeah, come on up. Yeah.
So first of all, I just want to thank you to the village board for having us and celebrating this accomplishment. The 2026 Dundee Crown Boys Track and Field team was the Fox Valley Conference champions for 2026, both the indoor and the outdoor. It was the first time for the indoor since 2008 and the outdoor championship since 2001, so 25 years. It is the only time in our school's history where our boys track team have won the indoor and the outdoor conference championships. So it was a proud accomplishment with all of these athletes to be able to enjoy, and they are put a lot of time in and hard work and are very deserving of the accomplishment overall. So can I go through names? Is that
you
okay?
Want to introduce your coaches, please?
Yes. Yeah. So here we have our distance coach, Coach Michalski.
Hey.
Got our hurdles and high jump coach, Coach LaRue. And then our distance coach, Coach Hayes, Coach Logan Hayes. I'll just go through real quick the names if you're okay with that, and just to kind of give a wave, guys. So I'll go through. We have a number of our guys that are in the lineup and contributed to varsity. So we have Xavier Ingram, we have Anthony Pittman, Ben Grugel, Vincent Mojica, Ethan Nakandu, Fabian Gallegos, Tom Petro, Aiden Martinez, Derek Schroeder, Gage Wabanga, Gavin Ivalich. Then we got Max Possession, Rylan Schmidt, Anthony Spain, Gavin Fernstrom, Kyle Brentz, Oreo Lua Sobadu, Anthony Luz, John Robinson, and Josh Michalski. So your 2026 card. We also, just to add a little bit to it, we had the state meet this past weekend, and in the sectionals, we qualified 7 events, which is the most in Dundee Crown track and field boys history. So we had a number of qualifiers, which I'll just go through right now. So Rylan Schmidt in the pole vault. We had Kyle Brentz in the high jump, triple jump, and long jump. In our 4x1 was Anthony Spain, Gavin Fernstrom, Ethan Nakandu, and Oreo Lua Sobadu. And then Oreo also qualified in the 100 and the 200. And then the accomplishment at state, we advanced 3 to the Saturday state finals. Came away with 2 all-state events. So Oreo Lua Sobadu was the 100-meter 5th place and 200-meter 6th place
Awesome.
in the IHSA.
So they're considered all state.
Yes, if they make it to Saturday and they place the top 9.
Top 9. Okay,
yeah.
top 9.
So quite an accomplishment overall, and again a good topping to the
yeah, that's
year.
awesome, you guys. You guys, why don't you everybody come up? Let's do a little pictures, some pictures and stuff, and
Yes.
do a little plaque. We'll do something. No, that's what you're doing.
Are you wearing Dundee Crown blue?
I walked up and almost hit it. And the board, I was like, oh, at least I wore the right color.
Yeah, that's unfair. They told you he might, but not us.
I'm going to present this to you, but the bigger news is that we're going to Oreo to put you up on and your team up on every entrance on a sign. Okay, So until someone else can beat you out, but your name's gonna be on the sign to the village.
Yeah.
And every
Yeah.
entrance to the village can be a sign up with you guys, popular concert team. Or, he's gonna be the all-state guy, right? So, congratulations.
This way? And then board.
Where we going like this? Big hammer. They don't like run away.
If I
Yeah.
go back, am I gonna be in the way?
Come on.
All right, we're gonna do couple. You, last one. And then a cheers and congratulations.
Accurate. I guess we're so. No, I don't care.
To the mounds.
Oh, yeah. And track. Yeah. Yes.
It's brutal. When my son did football, I thought everything would die and we'll get in the car and be like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
baseball. Oh, they play baseball too.
Oh, yeah, no, it's like 90-degree.
They get in the car and they all take their shoes off. Oh my God. So bad.
That's.
Oh,
like, it was like this.
Teenage boys.
Oh, goodness. Oh, all state. Wait, what? He's getting.
Where's he taking them? Right here. Where were you on vacation?
Thank you.
This last weekend in Omaha for a golf tournament. Fun. Weather was really hot. It's coming our way. I just got up and played about 3 hours. Yeah, so it was,
I
the weather was beautiful.
last-
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The golf tomorrow. There you go. Feed them.
Hungry.
Do we need to look at your phone and your Outlook calendar? Maybe after the meeting.
Sure.
Yeah. Did you show anything for like tonight? Oh, yeah, you got it, maybe. Oh, you have the right one, but you have a wrong one.
That one, but that's a wrong one. Did you receive an invite? The invite that you declined for a meeting at noon today?
Yes.
He got it, and I think Dicky got it.
Thanks.
That's my old legal assistant. That's John O'Sullivan.
I'm so sorry.
That's gotta be a really dated one. That must have been sent out like a long time ago. Like over a year ago.
He declined it also.
I don't know when I got it,
You?
but I just.
The one he did high jump,
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, that's weird. Really?
curly hair,
he was
That's why I call you.
first ever in the history of
Oh.
really?
high school.
I don't know where that.
Pfeiffer Hall.
Right.
Wow.
You got an invite?
I jumped, triple jump and long jump.
Long jump.
Did you got
Did long
a
jump
board
too.
meeting
All right,
invite?
what are you reading,
today at
man?
noon?
Back in.
Whichever you like, sir.
Did you get an invite?
Sure.
At noon?
I couldn't get over that bar at all now.
Okay, so that was a lot easier. There you go. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
So Director Gray, we're gonna get some signs made up for them, and then I told them they're gonna be doing something at District 300 office, and then maybe after that, we can meet them at one of the signs on Randall or something and get a picture taken with them all, whoever can be available, and that'd be fun.
Sure.
So, I'll try to find out that date. I don't think it's next week, but
Oh,
we can find out.
We can
Jen,
follow up. Yeah.
please, and then talk to Coach to let us know. So, okay. Next on the agenda. We need to do a roll call or anything? We're all here.
No, we're fine.
Okay. A proclamation, Pride Month. Village of Carpentersville Proclamation Pride Month 2026. Whereas the Village of Carpentersville is welcoming an inclusive community, and whereas Carpentersville recognize the importance of equality and freedom for all residents and visitors. Whereas all residents deserve a safe place to call home, where they are welcome and supported by friends and neighbors. And whereas the nation was founded upon the principles that every person has been created equal and has rights of life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness under the protection of law. And whereas Carpentersville is strengthened by its diversity, ethical, racial, gender, and sexual identities of its residents that contribute to the vibrant character of our village. And whereas Carpentersville residents that identify as lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer or questioning LGBTQ plus are important contributing members to the Village of Carpentersville. Whereas Pride Month was founded on the 1-year anniversary of June 1969 by Stonewall Uprising in New York City, in which LGBTQ individuals and allied friends fought against police harassment and discrimination laws and have since been declared unconstitutional. Whereas the village accepts it and celebrates it with its residents regardless of sexual orientation or gender identity. And whereas the village believes that all upstanding Carpentersville residents deserve to feel valued, safe, and empowered and supported by their neighbors and community leaders. Now, therefore, I, John Skillman, Village President of Carpentersville, on behalf of the Village Board of Trustees, do hereby proclaim and recognize June 2026 as Pride Month. Thank you.
And President Skillman, I will begin the proclamation for Juneteenth. Whereas on January 1st, 1863, President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation declaring that all persons held as slaves in any Confederate state were thenceforward and forever free. And whereas it was not until June 19th, 1865,
2 years, 6 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days after the Emancipation Proclamation, that General Gordon Granger led the cavalry into Galveston, Texas, where the last people in this land of liberty still lived as slaves, and declared them free forevermore. And whereas this unprecedented moment of liberation would over time evolve into an annual celebration in Galveston called Juneteenth, commemorating the legacy of our enslaved ancestors and recognizing their resolute courage in times of tribulation, trials, and sacrifice. And whereas Juneteenth was officially recognized by Illinois' state government as a holiday in 2026 and was declared a federal holiday in 2021 in an effort to celebrate inclusion and to remind us that this freedom, which came at such great cost, continues to require the committed and concerted efforts of all of us to ensure that with freedom come equality, inclusion, and justice.
Thank you. Now therefore, I, John Skillman, President of Carpentersville, on behalf of our Village Board of Trustees, do hereby proclaim June 19, 2026 as Juneteenth. Thank you. Okay, moving on, consent agenda.
Public comment.
Public comment, I'm sorry, Chris Caius. Mr. Caius.
Thank you, President Skillman and trustees. Thanks for allowing me to speak this evening. I'm Chris Caius, King County Board Member for District 20, King County Board Member for District 23, which includes Carpentersville and Algonquin. Just a couple of reminders from the Kane County as a board member. I think I mentioned this last time, for the first time, Kane County branch office in Elgin at 2170 Point Boulevard, Suite 600, will accept checks and money orders for taxes. There are other services going in there from the health department. And as I mentioned last week, Kane County Animal Control, in cooperation with the Carpentersville Police Department, will host the low-cost pet microchip event on June 20th from 9 a.m. to noon in Carpenter Park. I mentioned that last week. The cost for the Kane residents is just $15. But wait, there's more. The first 50 Carpentersville residents with valid ID will get their service for free. With this reminder that cats must be in carriers when they bring them in for that. And just to get back to you, Dickie, they do cats, yes.
Nice.
So it helps for lost cats. And dogs must be on leashes. An adult also must accompany handle each animal. Excuse me. And the organizers say microchipping is one of the most effective. This is the fine print. Besides there's more. There's one of the most effective ways to help lost pets find their way home. From the health department, they've recently released their 2025 annual report, which included detailed efforts on disease prevention, behavioral health, environmental health, and family services, including more than 5,500 disease investigations. This is in Kane County alone. 4,600 food inspections and nearly 20,000 doses of naloxone were distributed. And of course, the health department is currently and is actively expanding the services to its new Elgin location at 2170 Point Boulevard, making public health resources more accessible here to our area residents in Dundee Township. And then finally, the King County is going to be reviewing the regional transit changes in our committee of the whole meeting on Thursday, which is day after tomorrow at 3:30 p.m. That's June 4th. We will be discussing, a number of people will be discussing presenting on the Northern Illinois Transit Authority, the NETA Act, and its impact on Kane County. And we expect it to have a considerable change in the way revenues generated and also how it's governed. You're probably aware of a lot of that. The presentation will be covering regional transit governance, funding, representation, infrastructure, and potential effects on local taxpayers and commuters. That is going to be at 3:30 on Thursday. You can catch it online, and it'll also be recorded so that if you miss it, you can catch up on it at any time. Go to countyofkane.org and it's right there in the front homepage. It's, listen to a meeting, you can go in right in and it goes right into the meetings and you can listen to it anytime. And you can actually probably put it on 1.5 if they go slowly on the speed, and that'll get you out of the room faster. Okay. And I guess last but not least, the high schools, speaking of high schools, it's nice to see all that energy today. High schools are competing to recruit students for election judges. Kane County Clerk's Office has launched a 2026 Student Election Judge Challenge because we always have a shortage of judges during the elections. And so we're recruiting judges. The Kane County Clerk is recruiting judges for the November 3rd general election. And there's going to be a contest with the winning school between the schools, and the winning school receives special recognition from Kane County Clerk John Cunningham. Student election judges help voters and assist at polling places on election day while earning, this is for the kids, maybe they need a job for $250, and completing required training completing required training and serving a full shift. So thank you for your time. Unless you have questions.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
I'm sorry, is there an age restriction?
I'm sorry.
Age restriction
The,
for the high school?
we'd have to check with I believe it's 18, but I'm not.
Okay.
I don't, yeah, I think it's 18 is it?
I think you have to be voting age.
16.
Voting age.
Yeah, voting age.
Very open.
I don't have any 16 year
sure
olds.
it's voting age.
Forget. Pretty
They're
fast.
letting,
Okay.
Thank you.
I think it's actually younger than 18.
your grandson cannot do it.
My
But,
grandson don't.
If you call
He's not old enough.
Kane, if you go to kanevotes.org, which is a real short online, that information will be in there as well,
Cool.
as well as all the other information available online through the county. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Okay, moving on to consent agenda. All items listed on the consent agenda will be acted by one motion. There'll be no separate discussion on items unless the trustees so request. In that event, the item will be removed from the general order of business and considered its normal sequence on the agenda. Looking for a
To approve
motion.
the consent agenda, item A through H as presented.
A second.
Motion by trustee Garcia, second by trustee Maniscalco. Roll call, please.
Trustee Frost,
Yes.
trustee Garcia,
Yes.
trustee Maniscalco,
Yes.
trustee Malone,
Yes.
trustee Abbott,
Yes.
President Skillman.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you. We have no old business tonight. New business.
President Skillman, I need to be recused, please.
Yes, thank you. New business, approval of special events permit application fee request and temporary liquor license. The Happy Birthday America Car Show, July 4th, 2026. Looking for a motion or discussion, if anybody has a discussion.
I'll motion to approve letter A on new business.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by trustee Malone, second by trustee Abbott for the new business item. Roll call, please.
Trustee Malone,
Yes.
trustee Maniscalco,
Yes.
trustee Abbott,
Yes.
Yes.
trustee Frost,
Yes.
President Skillman.
Yes, motion carries. Thank you.
Malone.
Your brother out of there.
Whoa.
Okay, Manager Stewart, next.
All right, thank you, President Skillman, Board of Trustees. We're going to begin turning it over to Police Chief Stankowitz to just give us a brief overview of the 2026 Firework Enforcement Action Plan, also known as FEEP.
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Thank you, Chief.
Thank you, Manager Stewart. Thank you, President Skillman, and Board of Trustees. So I believe Manager Stewart passed out. There's a hard copy PowerPoint presentation, which you should have in front of you. So going to the second page under historical data, this reflects our calls for service. They fell significantly from 141 calls for service in 2021 to 65 in 2023. Stayed fairly steady in 2024 and then increased to 94 in 2025. Despite this recent rise, the call volume remains much lower than in 2021, indicating a long-term downward trend with a moderate rebound in the latest year. We hope that last year's enforcement efforts will have a positive impact on our 2026 fireworks complaints. The next page shows our past enforcement action. So following citizen complaints and safety concerns, the police department increased enforcement efforts in 2025, resulting in 34 citations compared to 1 to 7 citations issued annually in the previous years. This rise reflects proactive enforcement rather than a gradual year-over-year trend. Next page outlines our 2026 objectives. This initiative, which extends a little past Labor Day of this year, builds on the foundation established in 2025 and aims to reduce the negative effects of illegal fireworks through a balanced approach of education, enforcement, and intelligence gathering. Our efforts will target the times and locations that generate the most complaints while also increasing public awareness and accountability. The main goal is to improve quality of life, enhance public safety, and decrease the number of fireworks-related incidents across the community. How are we going to accomplish this goal? If you flip to the next page, to ensure a consistent and proactive response to illegal firework complaints, the police department issued a department-wide bulletin that intentionally minimized officer discretion and set clear enforcement expectations. This is highlighted on page 2 of the bulletin that you should have in front of you, if you'd like to read that. Additionally, the department is coordinating a public education campaign with other village departments and providing officers with targeted deployment guidance based on historical complaint data, including peak times and locations. If you go through the next several pages, the first one you're going to come across is the social media campaign. This post was made on social media mid-May, and we are going to up the cadence of postings as we get closer to the 4th of July. The next page, this is information along with the bulletin that's going to be distributed to our officers. The picture on the left shows our highest, our peak times for calls for service regarding fireworks complaints. I'll point out that 9 p.m. on Fridays is a targeted hotspot, going back 5 years of data there. And then the picture next to that, there's some clearly identified areas in town which our officers will be focusing their enforcement efforts, as this is a rolling 5-year history of hotspots with fireworks complaints within the village. So with that, that's my brief presentation, and I'm here to answer
Any
any
questions, anyone?
I have a question.
Yes.
On the offenses, was there, okay, any verbal warnings given must be recorded? Okay, do they get a first warning and then an offense, or how does that work? Because I say no warnings,
So
because you got to get in their pocket.
we
Whether there are residents or not, they got to understand it.
We left the area of officer discretion open, however, significantly reduced it. The general consensus among the officers is that we will be issuing citations. However, there may be certain instances that would arise. For instance, it takes a little while to issue a citation and gather the necessary information. And if calls for service, if there's an area of town that requires, let's just say there's a more important call for service going on at that time, we did leave the officer discretion intact to deal with that accordingly.
Because I feel the only way to get it through to them is to give them citations, but that's good.
I would agree that
Yep.
that in order to make a diamond, you need constant time and pressure. So I'm
Absolutely.
hoping to see these numbers decline over the next several years
Yeah.
with this.
Very good. Thank you.
Yeah, and then the CAD, you guys all understand the CAD, putting it in there, so they'll be able to locate it next year for what your reports and stuff, and if you have to go back again to
Absolutely.
that area, so.
Do you have any records of who were violators last year, if they're doing it again this year?
Would
Would their fine be stronger?
Yes, that is in our record system, and we can certainly look at that.
We have frequent flyers.
Okay, anything else?
Thank you.
Very good, thank you.
And President Skillman, for my report, thank you, Chief. Just a couple of upcoming events. Today actually was the official launch of the Junior Police Academy. It's a 3-week program, 2 days per week. And it was in so much demand, we had to actually open a second program in July to be able to register most of the children or parents with children who are interested in registering. So we look forward to the results from that. June 4th, this Thursday at 2 p.m. is the Dundee Crown High School groundbreaking ceremony. Anybody who had indicated an intent to register through the village, it has been registered at this point. Friday, June 5th, this is also a big deal. At 10 a.m. is the board and slash village event with Seven Brew during its soft opening. So please make it if you can. It sounds like we'll also have Melissa from the chamber there. Is that right, John? Correct, on Friday. And then that's at 10 a.m. And then the official grand opening to the public will be Monday on June 8th. But we're looking forward to that. The couple of development updates, Iron Flats is scheduled to close on June 11th. There have been a number of communications the past week, which are indicating that that is moving ahead. The building plans have already been reviewed and preliminarily approved by staff. We expect construction to begin late summer with completion next spring. It's still being the target. The Fox Valley Church is proceeding with its annexation petition and agreement, which will be presented to the village board at the June 16th board meeting. The church is eager to begin its expansion and has invited the village board to attend its ceremonial groundbreaking event on Sunday, June 14th at 3 p.m. A key part of the annexation will involve the dedication of a public access drive to connect Huntley Road to the Menards parking lot, which remains one of our key priorities to improve traffic flow and safety in the shopping center and the Randall Road corridor. We will be launching the Name Riverfront Park contest beginning tomorrow, which will elicit resident suggestions for the park name, which will be reviewed by staff with recommendations being brought to the village board for formal adoption. A link for name submissions will be distributed through our Facebook page and also available through our website. Is that accurate, Jen? Okay, thank you. So we'll actually be recording a promotional video with President Skillman after tonight's meeting. So also a note, the police department's webpage now includes an accountability portal, which provides statistics regarding calls for service and use of force incidents. A highlight is that less than 1% of all police calls for service in 2025 resulted in the use of force by our officers, with over half of those being where the individual was taken into custody, with handcuffing itself being considered a use of force. Other good information is also on that web resource. Finally, I want to recognize the village, the board, and the community, as we have just recently reached anniversary year one of our current board and my appointment as village manager. It was ironic timing to read some social media yesterday. And all I can say is keyboard warriors will be keyboard warriors, and I'm not really interested in engaging that. But I do want to take a moment to just highlight several of the accomplishments we've achieved this past year. And this is thanks to the board, our staff, and the community we serve. Financially, we just received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting from the GFOA, the Government Finance Officers Association, based on our most recently reviewed audit. And our 2026 budget also received the GFOA's Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. Laurel, Ben's not here, so take all the credit. For the 8th straight year in 2026, we did not increase our corporate property tax levy on our residents a bit. And our water, sewer, and garbage rates remain the lowest in the area. Our sewer plant was recognized as the best in the state of Illinois this year, just a few years after our water system became the first lead-free system in the local area, and also was recognized as having the best tasting water in the Fox River Valley. Our bond rating increased this past year as we are implementing a long-term capital plan that contemplates overall reduction in debt service, even as we proceed with capital projects, major capital projects, such as the Village Hall and Police Station upgrade and expansion project, which this board advanced by using our existing facility and saving our residents, our taxpayers, $30 to $40 million. On the public safety side, we have hired 9 additional full-time firefighters in the last few years and 3 additional police officers. An additional officer has been assigned to special operations to focus on gang and drug activity, and we implemented a community engagement position We're integrating 2 new fire engines this year and several other replacement vehicles for our police and firefighters. Our new facility project will provide much needed space and improved operational work areas for critical police functions going forward. On the development side, we annexed almost 90 acres of the primest remaining real estate along the Randall Road corridor, after just having annexed another 175 acres further west the year before. We're currently advancing 5 viable multi-unit developments across the village, which would collectively add over 450 living units, several being affordable housing to our village. On the community side, we're opening our new park, whatever its name will be, with a river launch access point later this year. We've added 2 community festivals, the Haunted Happenings, and a little old thing called Jamboree Days, featuring national musical acts for the first time in over 30 years. Let's also remember we responded as a community to the Meadowdale apartment fire and showed how we are truly one village. On the internal personnel side, we have taken enormous strides in policies geared to attract and retain qualified personnel. We implemented our comprehensive employee compensation philosophy to ensure we continue to retain those qualified individuals to serve the village and its residents. Our employee turnover rate decreased by 6% over the past 2 years, and year-to-date 2026 is at 3.6%, which even projecting out to year-end would put us at about 8.5%, less than half the national average, and good even in the Illinois government sector. Our department heads, myself included, have an average of 8.8 years of service with this village. If you included the second in command of each department, that number jumps to 9.8 years of service. 5 of our 8 top management team members came from positions within our village. The only turnover we had in a department head position the past 2 years was when Chief Shaver retired in December. In fact, 2 of our last 3 police chiefs retired with pension benefits in good standing with our village, with over 32 years of service in law enforcement, almost all of which was with our village. Our current chief, Stankiewicz, has over 20 years of service with the village, having attained every sworn officer rank in the department prior to becoming chief. Keyboard warriors will be keyboard warriors, but I would welcome any resident or community stakeholder who is interested in actual facts and open to discussion about any questions, any concerns about our village, to reach out to me directly to talk. I'm always happy to take the time to have that conversation. My phone number is 224-293-1600. My email address is bstewart, Stewart, @cville.org. Again, I express my gratitude to be in this position, working with our board and our staff in the service of our community. We are one village. Thank you, and that is my report.
Thank you. Good job. Thank you. Okay. Trustee and committee reports. Trustee Maniscalco, go first.
I just want to thank Brad and this whole board for all the accomplishments that Brad outlined. And yeah, the keyboard warriors, you read these comments and you know that they don't know the facts. So anyone that needs to know more should definitely reach out to Brad. Okay. Want to congratulate the Dundee Crown Track and Field Conference champs, because I was a track and field person too. So I know the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into that. As far as special events go, we are getting our parade lineups in order, and they're due by June 17th. If you want to be in the parade, please go out to our website and you can sign up. The parade is Saturday, June 27th at 10 a.m. We have Jamboree Days coming up, and I don't know if you've heard, commercials are on Star 105.5 where they are promoting it, so that should be a great thing. Our Memorial Day celebration was a big hit. We had a number of community members come out. It was a nice celebration to remember those fallen. We have a concert in the park tonight, so if anyone wants to go over to Carpenter Park right after this, there is a CCR cover band that starts at 7 o'clock. We should make it. And then the movies in the park, is that next week? Next week. On Tuesday? On Friday, the 12th, we have movies in the park, and it will be the How to Train Your Dragon Part 1. We're always looking for volunteers for special events, so if you're interested, go out to our website and you could sign up there. That's my report.
Great. No, thank you. Trustee Frost.
Flags on the bridge look fabulous. I got the okay from one woman that we all know. I had concerts in the park too. Congrats to the track and field. Dundee Crown Track and Field. It's fabulous. It's huge. That's great. That's it.
Great. Thank you. Trustee Abbott.
Yeah, sure. Along with Trustee Frost and Trustee Maniscalco, congratulations again to the Dundee Crown, the track team. You know, President Skillman and I we've graduated there in 1980, went through the sports program, and so it makes us especially proud. I want to throw a shout out to Russ from a code who retired. Manager Stewart is talking about all the experience. And I also want to give a shout out to Craig Martin, who had his 20th anniversary too. So it's great to see these guys still with the village. And that's it.
Okay, thank you. Trustee Garcia.
Yes, good evening, everybody. I attended the Jet and Quadscom meeting last week, which we stood strong on our intention to leave Quadcom and keep going and annex CCOM, I'm sorry, in the near future. We just financially it's just smart to do that. We'll be saving the village a lot of money. I also want to congratulate somebody very special, Lorraine Frost, which had a birthday recently. I don't know,
Yesterday, 92.
92. So happy birthday, Lorraine.
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
That concludes my reports.
Trustee Malone.
Well, it might seem like coincidence. Dickie saw someone I was going to say, even before the keyboard warriors. I was going to take the opportunity to thank our staff, because without staff, village doesn't run. And special shout out to code enforcement, because they
have a tough job.
Tough job.
Yeah.
Listen, I just like to thank them.
Yeah, they have a tough
There
job.
you go, Craig.
Oh, no, appreciate that. Thank you.
That's it. Thanks.
Good. Yeah, no, I want to echo what everyone else said. Definitely the Memorial Day event was really nice. Actually, Trustee Maniscalco's son played taps for us. Our own firefighter played the bagpipes, right? And he's great. And he's well known all over Illinois too. So he's taking that Carpentersville name all over the state, guys. So, and he likes to talk about it too. So he's outspoken, that's for sure. But definitely thank you to staff, the board, you guys. We got to continue doing a great job saving money for the village and moving it forward. We met with a developer this afternoon, actually. Had a good meeting. They're out actually as we speak. They're out looking at different areas that we met and staff sent them to go look at and get some eyes on some stuff. They've built all over in Schaumburg and Algonquin they're building right now. And so it's kind of exciting. Great news for us. And he loves the area. He's from South Barrington. He said, I love this area out here out west. And that was great to hear, So he knows it's going to be getting developed and he wants to be involved with it. So that was awesome to hear. But Dundee Crown, yeah, of course, that's my school. And now I'm a Jacobs guy over in my neighborhood. They've changed the boundary, so I'm getting used to that a little bit. But I'm proud of these guys. Like I told them, we're going to get their sign up hopefully the next week or so up at every entrance to the village and put that on our website when we do that, and it'll be fun for them. And very proud of them though. I was talking to the coach prior to, it was at Huntley. If you watched the news a couple weeks ago, it was the Fresh South sophomore teams were at Huntley High School, and a kid from Prairie Ridge actually had a heart attack.
I did.
And the staff, the trainers that were there actually saved his life. And then there was a couple firemen in the crowd because their kids were participating, and they went out and helped too, a couple Palatine firefighter paramedics. So they got all the TV time, the firemen, of course, right? But the trainers actually really saved this kid's life. So you just don't know wherever you're at. So always be ready and alert for anything, right? So I saw Facebook yesterday, a big accident in West Dundee, a car rolled over on a side street. I mean, it's like, how does that happen, right? But you just don't know nowadays. So so everybody be safe. Our fireworks, thank you for that presentation. We'll do the best we can, of course. People are going to blow off fireworks, so they spend lots of money on it, and they want to do their thing, and it's just not right. The fire department, we probably haven't had a call for a firework fire, probably, knock on wood, yeah, in a few years, probably, yeah. We used to have them all the time, though. House fires, roof fires, boats on fire in people's driveways, cars on fire from fireworks, all kinds of stuff. People blowing off their fingers. That's always not a fun call, especially when it's a little kid, M80 in their hand. So yeah, we all got to be vigilant here, and we'll get that on the internet and remind everybody. Let the professionals do it, right? So speaking of fireworks, when's our fireworks?
Fireworks is June 27th, immediately following the parade, immediately following Duke's Blues and Barbecue. It'll be in Meadowdale Park.
So right here across the street, fireworks, as you all know. So, okay. We have no closed session tonight. Anybody else, anything? If not, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by trustee Abbott, second by trustee Maniscalco. All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.